Once upon a time, real 3D was just a dream, so developers got creative. They used pre-rendered graphics to push beyond hardware limits. These were static images, beautifully rendered in advance, serving as background, sprites, or entire scenes. And guess what? They looked amazing. Some still do. Today we are counting down the top 10 best looking games with pre-rendered graphics, from pixel-perfect classics to modern titles that chose this aesthetic. Let's celebrate this style that gave us some of the most iconic visuals in gaming history. It wasn't just the gameplay that defined StarCraft, it was the look. Blizzard's use of detailed pre-rendered unit sprites, background art, and cutscenes brought this RTS to life in a way few games matched. The Zerg looked wet and organic, the Protoss shimmered, the Terran tag felt rugged. You didn't need HD texture when the art direction was this tight.
Sounds fun. Oh yeah. Right on. Job's finished.
Infantry units such as Marines can be trained at this facility.
A modern tribute to the Infinity Engine era, Pillars of Eternity use high-resolution pre-rendered 2D backdrops combined with 3D characters. The result? Gorgeous scenes with lighting and depth that still look incredible years later. Forests, castles, dungeons. Every screen looked like a rich tabletop diorama.
Sure. Take him down. Let's go.
While the characters were sprite-based, the maps were beautifully isometric and detailed, a visual signature that stood apart. Every tile felt like it had weight. The lighting and scale gave battles drama even in low resolution. And the spell effects, pre-rendered with a theatrical flair that still impress. Before all the realism of Diablo III, there was the haunting, beautifully designed Diablo II. Its isometric, pre-rendered environments oozed atmosphere, corrupted forests, crypts, deserts. It felt ancient, dangerous, and alive, even without moving parts. The Infinity Engine was peak pre-rendered RPG, and Baldur's Gate 2 was its crown jewel. From bustling city to magical towers and dungeon dripping with detail, every area looked hand-painted. The amount of variety and scope was staggering, and it still looks beautiful in enhanced editions today.
So, I have found you at last. It was an effort to track you down in these woods. Too many old wards for my liking. But here you are. All that you need to know is that I've been given the pleasure of ending your life. I may yet...
This game blew everyone's mind in '94. Using Silicon Graphics workstations, Donkey Kong Country created pre-rendered 3D sprites and backgrounds on a 16-bit console. The jungle felt lush, the snowstorms dynamic, and the characters looked real. Nintendo sold this as the next-gen graphics, and it worked. The GameCube remake of the original Resident Evil pushed pre-rendered visuals to their absolute limit. The mansion was rich in detail, with reflection, moving shadows, flickering candles, and real-time effects layered over static renders. Even today, it looks better than many indie horror games.
Jill!
Final Fantasy IX was the PS1 swan song, and it made every pixel count. The background were pre-rendered and hand-painted with meticulous care. Alexandria, Lindblom, and Clara. Every location looked like a medieval fantasy painting brought to life. The mix of vibrant art and character animation gave the illusion of a full moving world. This is where it all began. Myst was one of the first games to use full-screen pre-rendered 3D environments. Every click took you to a still image, but the world felt massive and immersive. The static shots had detail, depth, and mystery, drawing players into its puzzles like nothing before. Here's a twist. Even in 2020, Square Enix used pre-rendered techniques. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate includes ultra-polished pre-rendered cutscenes, especially when loading between major scenes or flashbacks. While most of the game is real-time, the cinematic quality of these scenes harks back to Square Enix roots, and it proves pre-rendered still has its place.
It was us. We did this.
No. You can't think like that.
Pre-rendered graphics gave us some of the most beautiful and iconic visuals in gaming history. Whether you were solving puzzles in Myst, slaying demons in Diablo II, or saving the world with Zidane and Vivi, you were walking through paintings with purpose. Drop your favorite pre-rendered gem in the comments and let us know which era gave you the most visual nostalgia. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because some of the gaming's greatest moments didn't need ray tracing. They just needed vision.